Hey, Amber. Happy June, everybody.
Hey.
Um, man, I can't more with this, and I'm gonna let the room load a second before we get into it because I'm not gonna play the repeating game. I'll say hi to everybody.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Hi Sheila, MTT, Criddle, Ellie, Barbie, J Freak, to Crystal, Brooklyn, Sheila, Susie B, Heather, Ruth Ann, Awoken Queen, Beverly, Andy Dandy, Christina B, Tanya, Sherry. I think I got everybody. Did I get everybody? Tanya. And if I miss you, I'll say hi to you in a second. 50 JoJo. Okay, so I don't know. Me and Cody just got home from work. Although I was getting blown up during the whole time we were out because I guess everybody and their mother went live against me today, which, is a day that ends with Y. Hey, Flower Child. And I don't know where to start. Should we start with Brooke, Amber, and just get that over with?
Get it over with. Get the trash
All right,
out
Amber,
of the way.
you listen. So you fill me in. I know you filled me in via text earlier. So what was she saying? That way we can clear this up right away.
Yeah, okay, so I went into the stream because I got notified that, of course, my former name was mentioned again, which, I'm going to say this again, Brooke. If you cause any harm to my children, mentally or emotionally or physically, it has been documented. Okay, so keep fucking with me. Sorry. Damn it. I did it again. Well, there goes that. Anyways, so I got notified that she was live mentioning our FOIA request, which we said, pull it.
Now, me and Amber went live. Was it on Sunday night, I think, when we went live together?
Yeah, maybe. And I don't even know. My days are all screwed up.
Mine too. I think it was Sunday, and we had said on that live because they had posted, I guess, the FOIA or the cop call that you had made to the police originally when I was in North Carolina, right?
Yeah.
And me and Amber had said, well, why don't they post the one the next day? I mean, because obviously the truth is there and they won't go near it. So actually I gave Amber the information yesterday. Did you ever want, I guess you don't have to order it now, right?
No, I never heard back from Miss Squire.
All right. So I don't have to worry about doing that now. So like we said on Sunday or whatever day that we were live, when I got to North Carolina on it was early December 10th. We got there at like 5:00 in the morning. When I had gotten there, we finally settled into the room. I, looked at YouTube real quick and I saw, Momo and her merry band of felons discussing my S attempt for the umpteenth time. And I had just had it. So I had sent Amber the pictures of my arms. And I said, here you go. Because at that time, Amber still had a channel. I said, here you go, post these. I can't do this anymore. I'm tired of people lying about me. I have enough stress right now with my friend being sick. And Amber, well, I'll bring it up because now I have it on overlay because we're going to do this the right way this time. Let me see. Okay. So as you can see here on the top, it's, Saturday, December 10th. I think it says 5:25 in the morning. Obviously, I had to black that out because I was going to get reported if I didn't. And, I said, I never made it up. I can't believe I can't believe these effing people. So there's the proof everyone wants. You can post these if you want. You have my blessing. And then, now that was, Amber was sleeping when I
3:25 my time.
Right. And then you could see here at the bottom, shoot. I can't read the time. It's so small.
Hold on. It says 1:02 your time. So it was 11:02 my time.
Right. So then she says, I'll call you back. And then when that was because at that time, because Amber didn't hear back, she had called the police because she was worried
Mhm.
that I had done this because I couldn't make it to my friend in time.
Which is why you hear me tell the operator, no, 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 he's calling, he's calling, he's calling, disregard.
So, and was that when I called you and you couldn't pick up?
Yeah, because I was on the phone with the dispatcher.
Okay. So also, she also texted Cody because she was worried. And this is Cody's phone. And Saturday, December 10th, 12:24. What the hell is going on from Amber to Cody? Call me now. We weren't even up at that point yet. So because we had, like I said, we got in at like 5 o'clock in the morning and we just drove, I think 14 hours or however long it was, and we were tired. So when Amber didn't hear back from me or Cody, she was legit worried. And that's what that's about. I mean, I don't know how to explain it any better. Am I missing something here, Amber?
No, I mean, I literally was just like, okay, he's calling me, so disregard. And, then they made us, call back, which is who I talked to, that Officer Masika, while you were on the phone. And, I'm sorry if I didn't respond, clear headed or whatever. But when I wake up out of a dead sleep and I see those type of pictures, I'm obviously shaken up. I guess being a nurse, you're used to seeing blood and gore. I'm not. I
And
don't.
also, I had done the same thing to MTT because I sent MTT the same pictures I sent you. And I just stupidly assumed that you would have thought it was the old ones,
No, because
or
I do remember what the old ones, like the
right.
ones that were posted look like. So I
Yeah,
had
it's different.
never seen those pictures.
No one had.
Yeah. So I'm obviously like, what the heck? So whatever they're saying that those were posted, I mean, y'all have to remember, I was not in this community at all. And I was not watching John. I was not watching any of this other crap. I was covering Michelle.
And this is from MTT, and I also sent her, if we're using, that this is what I sent to MTT right there, and that MTT sent that to me December 10th, 5:14. So MTT and Amber both got it for me at the same time. Me thinking otherwise, but I worried both of them, and I felt bad about it. So you know, we cleared it up. Obviously, you heard on Brooke's thing, the the whole thing, and I told the guy, no, these are old. Um, I'm in North Carolina. My friend's sick. Whatever I said. And then Amber, what did you tell me earlier that Brooke was saying that I did it for attention?
Um, Something like we made it all up, and because I was like stuttering around and sniffling and all that, like I knew that I had been busted or something. And oh, and you can hear me go, "Oh God," because he said he was still going to come to your house, and I was like, "Okay, well now that I knew you were in North Carolina with your friend and safe, I was like, great, now like great." Now they're having to
And I
send
wasn't
somebody
even
out to
mad
get
at
me.
Amber at all. Like, she did the right thing. Actually, I wasn't mad at her. She was worried, and we cleared it up, and that was it.
And
Uh,
even, can I say this real
yeah.
quick? Because obviously, Kelly Ford obviously has something to say about Kelly Ford. You were still
Where is
talking
Kelly
to.
for in the chat? Who is she?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, good. Kelly
Is she
Ford.
here in the chat?
No, but she got up on Terry Lynn's the other night. I got the clip, saying that I was the main catalyst. How could we be friends? That's when she stopped following. No, it's not, because you were still messaging me and texting me during the whole Michelle Sabote thing. And I was not talking or speaking about John after September. So quit lying.
And that's true because I was at Angela's house when me and Amber had that call. I think it was like the first week of September. And after the first week of September, me and Amber were good.
Yeah. And so don't tell me how you would have reacted on the phone or anything. And yes, let me say this loud and clear for those that didn't hear it the other night. Everyone knows that I led the entire thing against John during this time. I was his number one hater, talk crap, said it was fake, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Are we clear on that? But when I get pictures like this, of course I freak out because we had made good.
And we were like, good for a couple of months at that, 3 months, or, it
Yeah.
was a little bit, at that point. And it's like me and Amber talked every day. We didn't, but like we were friends, that was it. Like, we kind of did different things. You were doing your channel with your stuff. I was doing my channel, with my
Yeah.
stuff. And we don't really like, there's not, you're doing like, I think that Michelle stuff or the Molly, right? Like all that stuff.
Yeah, it was Molly. Yeah, it was Molly, Michelle. Yeah.
So all that stuff. I don't even know who these people are. So,
Right.
but here and there, we spoke, and that was that. So, I don't understand how Brooke could say I was doing it for attention, because now circling back to the whole thing the other night, because Generva was in the chat. Now I don't know. I was on the. I talked to my stepbrother Steven, who's friends with her, and he was on the phone with her, and he had said that that wasn't her account. So that it could have been or could not have been. I mean, I think I'm probably most likely sure that she's blocked. Maybe she made another one. Maybe it wasn't her. I don't know. But I am certain, and I have the screenshot buried in my phone. This is almost, God. Jolene and Busy on their Sip and Key channel. It was either late December or early January. They did a whole thing about my friend who was sick, and Jolene was saying she's not sick, and I'm looking. She was sending people to her social media to harass her, and then during that live, they put Generva's comment up saying that she spoke to Reagan, which no, that never happened. And that Reagan was fine, and that the whole thing was made up. So let me just, and then I was only there for a day.
Huh.
So.
No, I was not lying back then. I really honestly believe that he faked it.
So here we are now. Hold on.
Which again is the reason why I freaked out over the pictures that I received December 10th, because it was the first time I saw something like that ever in my life.
I blocked her face out, right? So this is December 10th. This is when the first time we actually got to the hospital. It was later that day. I think it was like 5:30, it says, at night. You could see it, the timestamp there. That's me. That's her.
And that would be right around the time that you sent me the text.
That's her. And she was in like ICU, but neuroscience ICU, like the brain and stroke ICU part of the hospital. That's code. She was plugged into all these machines here. She was, so, and I sent Steven actually everything, that I didn't block anything out, so he could see with his own two eyes. So there's no lie there. Hold on.
Nice try.
There's no lie there. There is the date, December 10th, and you see from the timestamps of the text earlier that this happened on December 10th. So Generva lied through her teeth. I don't know if she has teeth, but she lied through whatever she has, and said that, and no one talks to Reagan, right? She's got nothing to do with any of this. Any of you people, she's not on YouTube or Instagram or Facebook or whatever. So I don't understand the obsession. What I also don't understand was that the only thing I said was that I was going down. To visit a friend who was sick. I don't know why this became a scandal. I really don't understand it.
Exactly.
How was this a scandal? Did I do a GoFundMe for it? Did I go live asking people for money? The only thing I did was go live from the hotel room and say, guys, I can't go live for a bit because my friend's really sick, and we didn't know what was going to happen. If she was going to die, because it looked like that when we got there, and the fact that she's okay now is like a miracle in itself. But that's all I said. I said I can't. We were doing our shows, we were doing our Yeah, that's all I'm guilty of. Because we were doing our 90-day shows and our housewife shows and our sister wife shows. So obviously I didn't have the head for it. So I went live and said, my friend's sick. Please pray for her. The end. And this becomes a major scandal. Like to the point where, hey, Wendy, to the point where, everyone's talking about it. I didn't do anything. All I would like, why is this news that I visited a sick friend? And not only that, I get there and, Momo and the Merry Band of Felons are doing another live about the S attempt at 5 o'clock in the morning, which is late for their standards. And we didn't know if my friend was ever going to make it. And, oh God, go away. I don't know who you are. Just go away. How am I lying? You know what? Screw you. I can't with these people anymore. Blocked.
Huh.
Paula, how can I unconfuse people? What do I need to do? If you have a question now, here's your time, because I will never discuss
I
this
don't
again.
understand like how it's confusing on my end, because I wake up, I look at the pictures, I never made it up. You have my blessings. I'm thinking you never made it there
Right.
to
Because I
Reagan.
said I never made it up, thinking like I never made it there.
Right.
If I was coming from the South, if I was coming to Florida.
Yeah, I automatically think up.
Yeah.
I automatically do. But, but either way, I don't understand how it's such a conspiracy that.
But why is this confusing to people? My friend was very sick and she made it. I was there for 2 weeks and I went home. Why is it anyone's business to begin with? All I said was that my friend was sick, and this became like the scandal of the century. Oh, yeah, me too, Paula.
Yeah, why it's a scandal.
Why is this a scandal? That I have a heart and I care about people, and I drove as soon as I heard in the middle of the night to get there as soon as possible because I'm a horrible person? What's the scandal?
I mean, I guess because I made
you look like the devil all the time. Like what? I don't know what the scandal is.
Like, I don't get it. Mainly just because it's me and it's you together. That's the only thing that I can honestly think of. And, other than the fact of the FOIA requests that have been played before that we've already smashed, we've already talked about out of the thousands that everybody else called at Brooke's direction, I wonder.
And also, let's not forget that Saturday was the 10th, and then the 11th, my stepmother died. Steven's mom. And, I felt a certain way about that too, because I did spend some time with her, and I was upset. But, at that point, it doesn't matter. But that was the next day. So I get there to North Carolina. We have these people talking about the fake S attempt. Then the next day, my stepmother passes away. Also, that same day, people decided to call every hotel in Charlotte, North Carolina to find us. And they did. Charlotte is home to 1 million people in North Carolina.
Yeah, that's totally normal, by the way.
I don't know. Don't be nosy. I could not tell you how this woman thinks. I called the law firm on our live. Was it 2 days ago?
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you.
I think you were up with Wisdom and.
Yeah, and Terry Lynn is just pissed about the Teresa thing, and she's making this lie up. That's all. Nobody could you imagine me actually wanting Terry Lynn, and could you imagine me wanting Terry Lynn and Amanda's prayer jar? So one seizure's out and the other one talks like molasses. Lord, we never get out of court. Two people. I haven't spoken to Amanda's prayer jar since 2020. Have no idea. And she's psycho. We all know Terry Lynn's psycho. And why in the hell would I ever ask them to be witnesses for me? I have cast members that are going to be witnesses for me, not those two losers on YouTube. So
Thank you, Wicked. And again, let me reiterate, okay? All I knew were the pictures that were shown in June. That's why I called it BS, okay? And to wake up out of a dead sleep, see that kind of picture, I'm thinking that happened that time at 5 something in the morning when he sent it. It was 3 something my time, which I was asleep. And I immediately started hounding, texts, calling. So that I'll call you back is me on the phone with the dispatcher, which is why you hear me say, oh, wait, disregard, he's calling me. Okay. So she needs me to call her back. Fine. So that's what we did. I'm not understanding what the issue is. Like, why do you obviously, again, your detective skills are way off and you would suck at being a freaking attorney because everybody would be found guilty because the conspiracy theories that are running through your head are insane.
I forgot to show this. This is a message between me and Reagan's dad. And you can see the timestamps there, December 15th, on our way to the hospital, because, they're saying I was there for like a hot minute. And, because she was in the ICU, so she could only have 2 visitors at once. So when her parents were there, we couldn't go. So we usually we would keep back and forth because only 2 people at a time. So when the parents left, we would go and vice versa and flip flop and this, that, and the other. So there's that. And wait, we didn't get to the best part yet. Wait for it. Thank you. Oh, it's gonna be over because I can't listen. It's summer. Who is this guy that keeps walking around? It's nice here. It's nice out. It's summertime. We live in a very fun place in the summer, and I'm not gonna spend my days talking about this shit. That's not happening.
And I'm done.
Listen, with these people, it's funny. If you need an RO against somebody, it's because you're in fear of your life, right? So make that make sense to me. Why still every day they're going live about me, but you're afraid, right?
Yeah. And can we make this clear? Because obviously, our our friendship is purely transactional. How much money have I sent you since we've been friends since September?
Who, me?
Yeah. Cody, you. Because obviously I'm paying you, right? I'm paying you to be my friend.
I mean, I got that one wire for 150 grand.
No, I'm saying from me. I can tell you exactly $20 total. 20. So screw all of you saying that this friendship is transactional only. He has not asked me for a dime.
No, Paul, I know, Paul, and thank you, Marielle. But we're not even done yet. So, you guys sitting down? Look what I got delivered to me in the mail today. It's funny. I mean, it's crazy, but it's weird. It's not the reaction. Look what. Where is it? Sorry, I'm not used to the overlay, but I wanted all my ducks in a row this time. Where is it? Oh. So I got a bag of shit in the mail.
Which is illegal if you send it personally. And there's only 4 locations, I think, in Allison Park. And there's a store number, not a store number, but a location number where it was picked up from. It's not illegal to send fecal matter from a company, but it's illegal to send it by yourself. as harassment. And dummy, it has a tracking number. Like, for real?
I always said to Cody, I'm like, I wonder when we're gonna get shit mailed to us. No, today was the day. Today was that day.
It is trackable.
And like
Absolutely,
I
it's
went into the
trackable.
mailbox, and like I felt it, and it felt like, weird. And it through like the bag. Well, I opened it already. I'm like, I don't know. And then I opened it, and it's a Ziploc bag of shit. Hmm.
Like that. Ugh. Yeah, you can find out where the Dropbox location or the store number was based on the tracking
I want to know, does
package.
like who shits in the bag?
It's
That's what
probably
I want to
dog
know.
shit or something.
Anywho, that was interesting.
Yeah, I know somebody that's always walking their little dog on a trail.
Wait, so let me see. I'll make sure I got that. I got that. I got that. I got. Oh wait, where's 36? That. Sorry, that's why I numbered them. That. That. What's 38? Oh, I showed that already. Yeah, I showed that already. Okay, I wanted to make sure I got everything. So happy June. I can't talk about this anymore. 2 weeks from tomorrow, it'll be a year that I was in the hospital for this. The funny thing is that, like, a week ago, for the last, I don't know, 2, 3 months, everyone was saying I stole hundreds of thousands of dollars from this woman, all contacting the police and with fake texts. And I got cleared of that. And I'm innocent of that. Right? Innocent.
Mm-hmm.
No, I did nothing wrong. And now they're all back on the fake S attempt. Do you see this?
All door. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's redundant.
I threw it out. I'm not going to keep that in my house. It's in the garbage. Sorry. I'm not keeping that in my house. No, thank you. It's in the garbage.
No. But there are cameras, at Dropbox locations and stores, and there is a time of 3:01 Eastern
You're like
time.
staticky.
Oh, crap. Hold on. Crap. What's going on? Can you hear me?
And like I said yesterday, Christina, I didn't want to show what really happened. Oh, Amber had to drop down. So believe what you want to believe. I don't care anymore. If you want to believe that I did this at some point in time, I mean, I did it at one point, right? So I was still mentally ill enough to do it to myself. So let's send a mentally ill person over the edge, right? Hey, Dion. I don't know if Amber needs a link again. Hold on. And you have no idea if the original pictures, maybe I toned them down. Maybe I had makeup on them because I was humiliated. I don't know. It's between me and God. It's not really anyone's business. It wasn't two separate times. Because if it was two separate times, when that would have happened, when that came through with Amber back in December, they would have taken me away again. I don't owe any of you anything. I'll drop the link for Wicked. I don't owe a soul. I don't owe any of you anything. It's not affecting your life. My mental health is not affecting anyone's life.
Can you hear me now?
0.00 of your lives are affected by my mental health. I don't go live like Maria and Brooke and Ann and whoever else who have these drama channels. And all right, mods, can you get aggressive with the assholes in the chat? Because I'm just like I'm tired.
Still gargling.
Yeah, your little, is it your AirPods or whatever?
It could be. Dang it.
I owe nothing to nobody. Zero. Just like with my friend being sick and almost dying in the hospital, you didn't need to know anything. All you needed to know is that I wasn't going live because I had a very dear friend who was sick and at death's door. And this is a national news scandal. How? John Yates went to go visit a sick friend.
Oh my gosh.
Christina, listen. I know what I'm doing.
Can you hear me?
Like I never had to show anything to anybody to begin with. And that's why I didn't want to show anything back in June. None of you are worthy of it. Zero. No one lost a job because of it. No one's kids were threatened because of it. No one got cancer because of it.
I'm trying.
Hi, John. Hi, Amber.
Hello.
John, I appreciate you dropping the link. And I'm just going to say a couple things here because I'm very heated. So,
You have the floor.
first of all, okay, no, not at you.
No, I know.
Yeah, I would like to state for the record, I've been following you for approximately like 2.5, 3 years. I have only known you to attempt once. And that was this time last year. Nothing before that, nothing after that. So, trying to stay peaceful. So, okay, so we're going to move on from that. So, if any keyboard warriors want to come, behind up and talk to me, go for it. Because you're not going to sit here and talk about me, what I may do for a living, whether I'm a trust fund kid. Maybe I work for the law office that John's retained.
All right, so explain that, because what Maria said earlier today, that you work for the law office,
Yes.
And
Okay.
and you're questioning me on my mental health. Well, this woman is sitting there saying, "Oh, now Wicked works at this law firm that I've never retained, and now Wicked's a part of it."
And I don't work for a law office. I don't live in Florida. So, if you all have a question and you want to ask me directly, you go right ahead, because some of the facts that are being shared on other channels are being misconstrued and taken so far out of context. No one at any time said that they were going to shoot Maria.
Oh,
Never. Ever. So, okay, that's all.
You good?
I'm good now. Because if I have to come up here and do this again, I'm not going to be so nice. So you're all little keyboard selves. If you want to talk to me, you come up and talk to me. Don't make a whole bunch of assumptions, because I have nothing to hide.
First off, CAG, who I've never seen in my chat, not once. I'm so sorry that you're tired of it. Here, let me help you out.
Then go. No one's forcing you to be here.
You're good. Oh, they're tired of it. No one's more tired of it than me.
I mean, and I will say, before I drop down again, that when I was listening to Maria's channel last night, they said some not so nice things about you.
Thank you. What else is new? Thank you, Wendy.
And somewhere along the way, because of, you had this fictitious attempt back in December and then another true attempt in June, that a crime was committed. So tell me what crime was committed.
What crime was committed? Yeah, that's a good question. What crime was committed?
So you're all rounding up your lawyers, going to, take him to court, and pretty sure that anyone who gave him a super chat or cash app or anything, that's done of their own free will. Am I right, wrong? Because John has never mentioned during a live, hey, make sure y'all drop those super chats. Daddy got to make some rent.
Mm-hmm.
He's never done that. So, like, save your money. Don't get an attorney because John didn't do a crime. And if you know the crime, then please, by all means, tell me. I got
What crime
lawyer
did I
friends. They
commit
can explain
by
it to
going
me.
to see my friend? Why was that a national scandal? Why was the whole world talking about it?
Oh, because you use the money that you swindle out of us mindless, brainless women who have no education or trust fund kids to go see your friend. So
Who?
guess what?
So wait. So I swindled money from what? From June back in December?
I don't know. It's
But
just
I already
like,
swindled the 300 grand, right?
true,
So I
but you also went to see Angela.
yeah.
So, I am so, like I said, pretty heated. Amber, it was lovely meeting you.
Thank you.
But
You too.
I'm tired of it. And don't mince words.
Yeah. Like there's no conspiracy behind the freaking 911 calls. That's stupid to even concoct that kind of story.
Oh, thanks, Debbie. Let's not forget that a week ago or 2 weeks ago, they said my father was dead. Let's not forget that gem. In Maria's chat. Also, in Maria's chat, they're threatening to harass Cody's mom,
So,
who's battling cancer, who's taking care of his disabled sister, who's also battling cancer, and his other sister's battling cancer.
so
So
John, I
they
love
all know that. They
you.
all know that too. But
So,
this is normal.
yeah. So, John, I do love you. I am here for you as a friend.
Thank you, sweetheart.
But they need to
This is going to
stop.
be the last time I ever discuss this. I can't I don't understand. I don't get how these people who listen to this dark shit,
For
like
your own
every
mental
day.
health, you need to stop. I mean, I'm seriously, like, for your own mental health and well-being, you need to lock this up, put it away, and not talk about it.
I
And I
have
know
to.
that it's hard because they come at you from 15 different directions, sending you a bag of shit, whatever they want to do. That's funny to them.
A literal
Great,
bag of shit.
wonderful.
A literal bag of shit.
Right, like, save your money.
Was that worth it? I don't know how much that cost, but
So, okay.
I mean, like Cooch did a video once, and she counted the steps it took. Breaking news: it took John at 48 or 100 steps to get to 7-Eleven. What? Why does it matter how long it takes for me to get from my house to 7-Eleven?
Now, were you skipping, or was it like a short stride? Was it a long stride? Was it a hop?
Were you crawling?
I mean,
They all say that they don't care
crawling.
about me, but I am the air that they breathe, and I can't do it anymore.
Oh,
Oh,
Brooklyn wants to come up now. Ooh, you're making people mad now.
And here's the other thing, and I'm happy that Wicked's here, because we're not the people, me or Wicked, reaching out to Maria and Brooke, their subs, their members, their followers, their friends, their family, like they're all doing to us. They harass me. They harass Wicked. They harass Julie. They harass Julie. And it's them coming to them. You didn't reach out to Maria, right, Wicked? Maria reached out to you.
Yes. And you want to know what day she reached out to me on? Christmas morning. Don't you have a family? Don't you have presents to open, breakfast to cook?
Christmas morning, she texted you about me.
Well, Christmas morning, because I had said the other in a different chat with you that I was following her when you were like, hey, follow these people, blah, blah, blah. And then I was following her and then I stopped. And then I requested to refollow her because I was just going to see what kind of shit she had to say. And then that's when she was like, oh, why do you want to follow me if you say so many hateful things about me? It was like, no, I wasn't saying hateful things about you. I was stating facts. John has not brought your name up in the last 6 months. I've been in his lives. He doesn't talk about you. Well, you obviously believe his lies. Was no lies to tell. I was speaking the truth.
Hey guys.
Hi, Brooklyn. You're only my friend because you're rich and you give me money.
Well,
Yes.
I am rich. We know that.
Sugar mama.
But I am not giving you shit. But you received that already today, so that's that. Listen, I don't like this drama. I try my hardest to stay out of it. But I did go and watch a couple of the lives. And it gets you upset, right? Because I feel like these women think that we're just like mindless followers. And we're going to, you know what? I heard her say, you know what? I don't care. I tried. He'll take them for it and then they'll learn. So here's the thing. I don't mean this in a bad way. I care about you, of course, but I don't care about the dates and the this and the that. I really could care less about that. This is your life.
You shouldn't care about it. That's
and
what
I
I'm
have
saying.
to tell you, I don't think there's an ending unless you end it.
There's no ending. No.
The thing that I've noticed is, and I'm not being mean in saying this, I went through 6 or 7 different videos on this woman's YouTube page, and I don't see any other content except you and the Siwa woman. Now, I could be wrong, but I really scrolled far down and I tried to find something else, and there's nothing else. So if she takes you out of her equation, what's left for her channel?
Siwa.
Okay, so focus
and she
on
can't
her.
talk about Jen Bailey because she's in jail. So
that's my first thing. My second thing is, I've heard her say time and time again, she will not stop until these women get the money they gave you back because you made them feel bad, because you tried to do whatever.
I didn't ask anything from anybody.
Hold on. So unless you admit to what you did and you give these women their money back, here's what I'm going to tell you. These women gave you what they gave you, $30, $40, $50, whatever they gave you.
They gave it seem like I got thousands and thousands. All right,
and thousands, but John, I don't care if it was 10 cents. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm sorry.
It's not the case.
I'm not even going to go there because I really don't care what it was. If it was 100, if it was 10 cents, it was their money and they gave it to you. And that's very nice of them. However, when I donate to someone, whether it be a GoFundMe or a donation as in a check for a charity, the minute I donate it, I did it out of the goodness of my heart and it's over. I don't think twice about it. I certainly don't expect it back a year later if the person recovered. All right. So if I donate to somebody who, let's say, had cancer or a mental health issue, a year later, if they're great and they're on vacation, I don't say, well, listen, you're good now. I need that money back. So these women chose to donate to you. That was their choice. You didn't say.
But let me stop you because you're using like words that aren't good. Like,
okay, I'm sorry. I'm trying to
donation attempt or nothing. When I got out of the hospital, I wanted to be left alone. And if people send stuff, people send foods, people send flowers. I got a couple of gifts, you know, and a couple of people did send money, but it wasn't like enough to retire on. And like,
John,
people are forgetting that like I was making $4,000 or $5,000 a month from
John.
YouTube. Like I already had money. If I wanted to go see Angela after I tried to end my life, I had every right to, because she makes me happy.
If they gave you 10 cents, that's on them. And I have news for you. If you return the 10 cents and the flower, it's not going to be over. It's not going to ever be over. I have never seen so many women give so many details and go over something so many times. It's in. I work 12-hour days. I'm running around. I can't imagine the time they take out of their lives to focus on this storyline.
And we're at a year old now, officially.
So, it's like you got to be scared to speak your mind because you don't want to get attacked because you have a life. But I have to say my opinion, and I'm entitled to my opinion. So if these women gave John a flower, or they gave him a dime or a nickel, or they gave him more than that, that was their choice, and that's a year ago. And unless each and every one of them is standing at his doorstep requesting their dollar back,
Then
why
guess
is
what?
it
They
their
shouldn't have been given
concern?
it in the first place.
Why is it their concern? Why she is not the woman standing up for all women. She doesn't have to worry about you screwing me or you screwing Wicked or anything like
But
that.
she does for some reason. I mean, she can't every day, and who's harassing who here?
I
It's not me or
understand she
any of
wants
us
to be the
going
gatekeeper
to
of
their
that.
camp.
But here's the thing, and I see how you're on a live. I've seen it now. Now that I've watched, I've seen it. You're on a live and you say A, B, and C. Okay. 3 hours later, they go live and they say A, B, C, D, E, F, G. It's like taken to the 10th degree and spun to make it juicy and to make it worse.
The problem is they all know that they're lying. That's the issue. Like they know, and these are all my friends, my hags at one point. All of them, every single one of them.
But to Brooklyn's point, if these people
you want me to show Anne's DMs about how she knows back in June I really did it? I could show it to you right now. Not even think of it. Hold on, give me a second. Go ahead, we can talk.
But I mean, to Brooklyn's point, if someone gave you whatever, 10 cents, 10 million, it doesn't matter, a flower, rock off the street, and they're coming back a year later and saying, "Oh, I want my money back," then guess what? They shouldn't have been given to you in the first place.
The minute I give somebody money for a donation, the minute I do it, it's done. I don't sit there a year later and say, well, I gave it under false pretense. It was my job to do my research to give it to begin with. And if I didn't do my due diligence or if I didn't feel like it was right, then I shouldn't have gave it.
Right. Because guess what? Brooklyn and I don't have a YouTube channel. We are on John's channel because we enjoy John and we enjoy how he presents his content. That's all we want to worry about. We don't need this other nonsense.
It's amazing to me that one of the comments that, oh, well, he's up there asking people for money and it's the first of the month. He needs rent. So I've been friends with John for a couple of years. He's never asked me for rent.
When was he asking for money?
I have no idea. Oh, because you said you were going to get a lawyer, and if anybody, he was saying,
I didn't ask for any money. Correct,
no, but
I did not.
John, I just said you say ABC and they run. What he said as a joke was, if I get arrested, bail me out, guys, be there for me. And that little joke gets taken into a different context and it gets spun, and that's crappy.
Supposedly Maria doesn't have a gun closet, but
she does. She showed everybody it was me.
Okay, so maybe it's not a closet. Maybe it's
it's like a locker. It's like it's really a room.
It's a gun safe.
It's the size of my bedroom. No, it's a room. It's like a bedroom lined. There must be like 5,000 guns in there. And it was
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this.
Me, Sophie, Julie, Patrick. Who else was there? Anne. We were backstage. There was 9 of us up there, and we all saw it. I think Vault maybe was up there at that time when she's like, guys, by the way, let me show you guys my secret in case anybody screws with me. And there was 9 of us. I can't remember who else was back there when that happened, but there was a bunch of us.
John, truth or false? Months back, right? You and I were on the phone. We were talking about bills and how things are tight and how things are so expensive now. And I said to you, John, I'm going to send you $100, go food shopping, whatever, because I just went, it's so expensive. I don't even remember what we were talking about. What'd you say to me?
No.
Absolutely not. True or false?
True.
And why?
Because I said I don't need another person thinking I'm some person who uses people for money. I think we texted it to each other, actually.
Yeah, I have the text. I don't want to start that crap. But he's like, no, thank you so much, but absolutely not. I don't want to go there. You're my friend, and I can't even go there with you. I want you to be my friend, and that's it. But I am a mindless individual that is going to get screwed by you eventually. So we might as well put the cards on the table now, you bastard.
Well, shit. Yeah.
But is that not considered almost like emotional or mental blackmail by saying, if you don't confess, I'm going to keep tormenting you. I'm going
It's
to
extortion.
Amber,
extortion.
If he does you said it very well the other night. If he does confess, what changes?
Yeah. Nothing.
You tell me. You had a YouTube channel, and John knows when I first started talking to him, I'm like, what's up with this Amber chick? Like,
oh, I was relentless. Like,
you were
like, it again for those that never heard it before.
When you went up there with Cheryl, I was, whatever her name is, I was like, what the hell? But you know what? You moved on. This is like they want people to be held as enemies forever.
Yeah.
Listen, guys. I know
a 42-year-old along, then they don't have anything to talk about.
I know a 42-year-old man, healthy guy yesterday, that dropped dead from a heart attack at dinner with his wife and kids. This is the real world. Things happen. Life is precious. Like, move on.
And I can't understand, like, the same people hearing the same thing every day. I'm sick of it. I mean, and this is why I said this is it.
And this really is it. John knows.
Whoever sends me a text or a message about the acid attempt will get blocked. I don't want to know. I don't care. Whatever they show or say, I don't care. I should have never have shown anything a year ago. But John, it's living and
learning. It's living and learning. I follow this woman on Facebook, and she's an influencer, really quick. And she had all these people. Every time some drama happened, they would send it to her. And she made it very clear. If you send me drama, I will block you, even if I love you. And it's been about a year now, and she literally got her life back. She was in such a dark place, gained weight, anxiety, wouldn't leave the house, and she got her life back. She took control of the narrative, and that's what's happening tonight. And for those who think we don't stand up to John, I don't know why I have to stand up to him, because I don't. He's never put me in a position to stand up to him, but he knows that Wicked and I will support him and love on him if this is over and done.
Oh, so I can't.
And I mean, adults, we're all adults here. Adults can have adult conversations and disagree and still not run away and pick up all their toys and leave the sandbox.
Right. The only way this will end is if John...
Hold on. Dion's backstage. Dion, I didn't want to add you because I don't think you should be on this live, to be honest with you.
We'll be on. All about Sensi.
I didn't want to add you to this live because I don't, you have a business and I don't want your business being affected by it. That's why I had you backstage.
Send me a catalog.
Okay, and she's having problems, so I'm just going to remove her. But I saw her backstage and I felt bad not acknowledging her.
Amber, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not 100% sure, and I don't want you to reiterate it. I know that you've been through some crazy stuff, but you're now pretty much off YouTube. You don't have a channel. Do you feel cleaner? Like, do you feel cleansed? Do you feel like, I know they were making fun of you crocheting, but
it literally is a detox. And that's what I was telling John. It really is a detox. You want to click it, and and if it's not for it, literally, I changed my number. I think I took down one page. I don't know, but I don't even check Instagram rarely at all. I unsubscribe, not interested in any of those people. And the only reason that I jumped in there today was because I was being called, saying that I was part of some conspiracy phone call. And, and I don't know, I don't want to keep talking about it because, but regardless of it, Brooke took my family And it's, listen, and I'm not even saying my husband's, because I heard that I guess there's a rumor that me and him are going through a divorce, which is a lie.
There's
We're not.
5,000 rumors. They're made up every day.
Exactly. But there is documented proof that the videos have been seen and they did cause harm.
And to Amber's credit, she got away from everybody. Like, you went to like, Damali, Michelle.
Yeah, and they followed me.
I don't know that sphere of
Molly Golightly.
Yeah, like, and Amber was out. And then what does Brooke do? She sees all this. Amber, you were to like what, 8,000 subs, right?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you had like, I texted Amber, I think it was back in like December or January. I'm like, girl, you have like 900 people in your chat right now.
Yep.
And Amber was like killing it. And again, I don't know how you were killing it, but you were killing it. 900 people in a room, you're killing it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Regardless of what you're doing. Mm-hmm. And Brooke saw that like a moth to the flame and said, I need to get on board with this. And then she started. How did that play out? What did she go to the people that you were fighting with, and then she teamed up with them?
Yeah, and then started rehashing all the old videos from my poolside lives that she
those poolside live. I could regurgitate every poolside live.
I know, I mean, who holds on to videos from a complete stranger for
4 years old? 4 years ago.
Yeah,
if I could comment, I feel like at one point, and when I remember watching what was going on with you, I feel like you were just so far in. You were so far sucked in, it became like an addiction, and it brings the worst side out in you.
Oh, it does. And because they go low, you go
lower.
Well, I'll tell you, I don't even know you, but I'm watching you speak the last couple of days, and I see that you've put in the work. And I'll get blasted for saying that. I don't care. But I see that you've put in the work. And that's why I truly in my heart believe that until and only until John never mentions their name, this will not go away.
Right.
And they want to be left alone. Then they need to stop messaging me. Messaging my subs, messaging my panelists, messaging my family. I'm not doing that to anybody. The only time I mentioned anything was when Denise said my father was dead.
Right.
And then when Kelly all day said we're going to harass Cody's mom.
In John's case, deleting his channel is just not going to stop it. And why should he?
No, I deleted my channel.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But here's the thing. Why should he fall to this crap? People genuinely enjoy him. I enjoy him. I enjoy doing this with him. And he loves it. When we're on a live about a show, do you see the person that he is?
Well, look how much fun we had last night. I mean, like, listen, last night we did Jersey.
It was amazing.
And we did Jersey back to back with like the crap, me and Julie went live like an hour before Jersey, and with Maria's big bag of shit and what Maria was threatening that day. And Julie was like, this is insane. So me and Julie hopped on, and it was, and then it is what it is, and then we did Jersey, and you got to flip a switch, and we were live for Jersey 3 hours, having like the best time, just like we were doing 90 Day on Monday night.
And that right there is what it's about. And you know what? God is good. You have new people, me, Wicked, Tutty, and listen, we flock to you and we love it. And it's a second chance at recreating something without all this crap.
And Yahoo is trying, and let me say something about Maria W. I care about Maria W. Love her, and she loves me. And we are just on a break right now because it's a lot for her in the drama.
It's too much.
And Yahoo is, when he's not calling Amazon as me and telling them my sexual fantasies, he's promoting Maria W.'s channel to make it seem like she's on their side. I mean, it's just so goddamn low. I mean, it's insane. And I hope that, Maria will come back up. And I probably wouldn't want to be here if I were her either. So, but they're always trying to twist shit. It's insane.
It's not easy. I'm sure, and I know you're going to yell at me for saying this, but I'm sure that I don't know these women. I'm sure that Maria and Ann and Brooke. I'm sure in real life they're very good people. They have friends. They have family. Let me finish. I don't know them, so I'm not going to sit here and talk bad about people I don't know. That, you know what I mean? But on the flip side, they're just wasting so much of themselves on this, but they don't obviously see it as wasting. Obviously.
You know, listen, Brooke, I'm just going to be point blank. Had you spent so much time obsessing on me about your family, maybe your teenage daughter wouldn't be in jail. I'm just saying. Maybe you and your husband would be having the issues you're having. Like, Brooke wants to be like the saint. She passed around this picture with 2 black eyes, right, Amber? Saying, my husband did this to me. Meanwhile, Brooke's the wife beater, not the husband.
But you know what? That comment you just made, now that's going to get you in a
I don't care. I don't care. These
that's
people,
going just as
they
low
spend
as
so much time on me. And look into your own family's lives and look what's happening in your own home. What you're spending all this time regurgitating old stories on years and years, 4-year-old stories of Amber's poolside. Like, we all need to watch that for the 500th time. We all know that Amber and Lisa did not get along. We all know the whole Usman thing. We've seen it. It's embedded in all our goddamn memories.
Yep.
And that's it. I was talking to my stepbrother yesterday, Steven, and he texted me actually first, and he said he showed me that Yahoo was doing a live on him. And I said, I told you this was going to happen. I told him.
You did tell him. You really did.
I said,
I
listen,
feel bad. He got caught up in a lot of crap, your brother.
People are not going to be happy.
No.
And he's family. Like, most normal people would be happy that family members who weren't speaking are now speaking. That's what a normal reaction would be. But, and I said to Steven, I said, well, did you do anything to Yahoo? And he goes, nope. And I said, well, there you go. These people were never your friends.
I'll tell you what's really scary. It's scary when you watch one of these lives and you see the people in the chat. And these women in the chat, some are men, they're so invested. They say things like, well, why don't you check this date? Well, why don't you see if this happened? Well, why don't you send this to a... And it's like, dude, what are you doing?
Who cares about the minutia?
Like, what are you doing? Like, why are you pushing these women further and hyping them up more? I'm trying to diffuse it.
The truth is that they have nothing but hate in their hearts. Like, all of them. Brooke tried to be a blogger, 90 Days on Blast. When did she do 90-day material? Why? Because she was friends with Lisa 4 years ago?
I honestly, again.
And she hung out with Kim when she was, they want to make fun of me for being with Angela, but Brooke begged Virgie to pay for her plane ticket to go see someone she never met, didn't know, and then while she was there in San Diego, just had to be with Kim from the show. I mean, but that's okay. It's fine.
Yeah, well, as far as Wicked and I are concerned, and I'll speak for Teddy too, we work all day. We have lives. We have older children. We do this because we love it. We love doing this, and we love doing it with John. We are not stupid, uneducated women. We're very educated, in fact. And we know what we're doing, and we make our own choices. And I promise no one has to watch out for us. I promise you that.
But that, she wakes up in the morning and she starts attacking all my subs. I mean, like, thankfully, people because they're all afraid of her, because look what she does to people. They're afraid of Maria because she look what she does to people. And I'm seeing now from messages that she's sending all my subs, my members, my followers,
and then somehow
threatening them if they don't follow, if they don't unfollow me and turn on me, that she's going to come after them.
And she
said that, and we've all heard her say it.
And she said that you said the same thing that you said on your live, which I never heard you say, that anyone who comments in her chat or says anything.
What I said, I will be looking at every comment in the chat.
Yet again.
Go ahead. Sorry. Finish your statement. Sorry. Go ahead, Brooke.
No. It's again, everything is a little seed is made a tree.
But the live is up. Go. It's up. It was from 3 days ago. Go
But John,
replay it.
no
It's
one
on my
wants
channel.
to see the truth. The truth is not as juicy. Do you get
There you
it?
go. Here's another one. Empress Heather. She DM'd me on IG when you guys first fell out. I blocked her and deleted it. Look, see?
Crazy.
I'm not the person. She, you know, another thing about this is that no one has a gun to these women's head. These women go on YouTube every day, hours at a time, right? Ingratiating themselves in people's real lives, calling their jobs, calling their family. I've never done any of that to anybody ever. Calling hospitals, calling lawyers, calling detectives, you know, really
Oh, hold on.
100% ingratiating themselves.
John, I have to clear something up. Hold on a second.
Don't make me lose my train of thought, please.
I have to clear this up.
Okay.
So I heard on this said live that the reason they believe that you have this lawyer, which I know 100% you did not retain, is because I apparently made a comment weeks back. Well, John, you know, you have a lawyer in Florida. You have a lawyer in New York.
No, you didn't say you had a lawyer in Florida. Listen,
didn't.
I may or may not have an attorney. What I do know is that attorney is not retained by me. Why would I call there on a live?
But
why would I call?
Okay, but what I did, I know the comment they're talking about. I went back and listened to it because I'm like, why would I say that? I was being like funny. I was like, don't worry, John. You have a lawyer and you got the best lawyer in each state. I was being like sarcastic, but they took it. Yes, thank you. I wasn't even
facetious. Oh, Maria's not going to understand that word. Can we dumb that word down, please?
Would you like for me to spell it? I can get a dictionary for you.
Sorry, go ahead, Brooklyn. Go ahead.
No. I couldn't believe that I was being like smart ass sarcastic and they thought I was serious.
And like I said to Julie last night when we were live, I may or may not have an attorney, but like the fact that Maria is getting this information from someone that she has a restraining order against. I mean, Maria has a restraining order against Amanda. Amanda has a restraining order against Maria. And Maria's in fear of her life, but I guess she's going to believe this Amanda who she was so afraid of. And, you know, and then Maria herself says she called the police and they said it. I mean, you can't, and they call me a liar. You can't make this shit up. You cannot make it up.
You know, I have to tell you, I don't think that a lot of these people like the way you're talking right now because we're calm. And
is that making sense?
Right. And what they love is when, like the other night, last night or whatever, you were also calm and just talking. But I heard her say, well, did you see the episode? Did you see another episode? And I'm like, what episode? Like, what? Like,
I mean, well, she's saying that to them, and they're all watching it. The people she's talking to, did you see that episode? You bet your sweet fucking ass that her and all them just watch every live I did. And they're all going to say, oh, my God, he had a melt. Like, okay, whatever.
I've never seen this stuff in my life. I have to be honest.
And back to what, are you good? Did you get your point out?
Yes, thank you.
I remember my train of thought.
Thank you.
They're ingratiating themselves in people's lives. You know, they're going real life on everybody on YouTube who doesn't have talent. You know, and, you know, they make money. You know, YouTube pays for it. I can't believe YouTube is a place where you can literally bully, harass, stalk, and ruin people's lives and you get paid for it. Which, you know, I don't know. But, you know, and then when it gets to, you know, like me fighting back and saying, no, you're a liar. You're harassing me. You're harassing my husband. You're harassing everybody on this panel. You're harassing Julie, my mods, everybody, members, trying to get them to turn on me. Otherwise, you're gonna threaten them. And no one has a gun to your head. Maria, if you don't like what's going on online, get off YouTube. Or you know what? Crochet. Or talk about Murder, She Wrote, which you should be watching because you're like 65. Like that's what you should be doing instead of being someone in your mid 60s who hasn't slept in weeks, giving jaundice, Yates, Slofi, making fun of people. Wicked, didn't she say I look like Hitler now?
Someone in her chat did, and she read it. Yeah,
that's
because of your crazy hair and mustache.
Not nice. If you would have brought up Hitler, John, forget it. That is not nice.
Right.
And then they cry, oh, look, I'm getting attacked. But look what you're doing. Look what you're doing to people and people's lives.
Can you say slander?
You know, Brooke tried to be a content creator. She failed. Yahoo tried. He was doing good with the Jahoon stuff for a while, and then he failed. Maria, you know, was Danielle's biggest stalker for 10 years, and then she became mine. So she failed. You know, Siwa, I don't, you know, she's a witch, but I don't see her doing much witchcraft on her channel or whatever. I just see her doing, you know, I'm not even trying to dog Siwa right now because I'm not. Out of respect for my stepbrother, okay, because I know he's friends with her. I'm just saying that all these people, like, they turned to YouTube because at one point they thought they had some talent. And they don't. And the only thing they have is just going after people on YouTube. I don't need this. You can see it. I have the connections. All three of you, well, not you, Amber, but Brooklyn and Wicked. You saw the text I sent you yesterday with somebody.
Yes, from a very, very, very big housewife.
Yeah. All
that
right.
you were having a conversation with.
And
But you know, they said that you can't ask your celebrity friends anymore because they've all dumped you because of how you act.
Right.
But then I'm on the phone with you while you're texting one of the biggest housewives in the country.
Yes, you're blocked from all the 90-day cast.
yeah.
I have a question. Before a lot of these women were friends with you,
I could have Paul come up right now. You want to see?
Did they have
you want Paul come up? Go ahead, Josh. Go ahead.
Before all of these women were friends with you, did they have a lot of subscribers on their own?
They
They got
didn't even
them all
have
from me.
channels.
I'm sorry.
They
What,
didn't
Amber?
have channels.
They didn't have channels. They didn't, you know, and this is when YouTube got really messy. Because when Amber,
Yeah.
you were there for my like birth on YouTube. So Amber would know better than anybody. Amber was like actually the one that got me on YouTube, to be honest with you. Because that's when Amber was working for Sherelle, right? And Amber had reached out to me. And I'm like, oh, poolside Amber. And Sherelle had wanted me on one of her lives on YouTube. And I mean, that's how, you know, and then Sherelle and Monica, they had helped me, you know, they're like, you should be doing this on YouTube. You're doing this on IG. You're not making any money. It's stupid. Why, you know, I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. And so Amber, Sherelle, Monica, they were the ones that really helped me start YouTube. And at that point, you know, these people, Brooke, Maria, Ann, Siwa, whoever else who has a channel, I don't fucking know. They weren't, that was non-existent.
Because I heard her say that that you said that she stole all of your subs, and then
she did.
Hold on. She said to her subs, like, can you believe that? You can't steal subs. But I think what you were trying to say is they were yours until you became friends with her. But she's saying that they left you because of you and
They
not
left her. They left me because she threatened them all. Just like Empress said, just like Wicked got threatened, just like Julie got threatened, just like MTT got threatened. And I'm not going to list the rest of the people who sent me messages because they may be,
right.
And I will not out them because they have children and they're scared. And this is the world we're living in right now because of Maria. They're afraid Maria will call CPS and take the kids away from them and lie because Maria's a liar.
Well, my kids are older, so nobody can call on me. I don't have babies.
And then they all started channels. And like, you know, I forget who I was talking to. It might have been yesterday. Maybe it was Julie or one of you. I don't know. And the thing is, like, you know, I came on here always talking about the shows, the interviews, the content, whatever. I never needed this. I hate this. Oh God, and I feel like I've said this 8 million times already. It's so repetitive. My God.
Say it for the last time.
They all, well, this is the last time. I don't care if they say that I fuck goats tomorrow. I'm like, yep, I'm gonna go fuck her. They then were in the chats and, you know, they were fighting with other fans of the show. Like, you're not even dealing with like the show or the cast. You're dealing with fans of the show who are fighting with other fans of a show that no one even watches anymore. And now it's just, I'm going to start a channel like Teresa didn't have one, Terry Lynn didn't have one, man, you know, and everybody started a channel where they can get paid to fight other fans of the show. I mean, it's insane.
Wow.
Am I crazy? Am I saying this the wrong way?
It's
No.
crazy.
Quit. What are you
You know, and then YouTube, and then they're getting the super chats, and like, you know, and what's them? I don't know what they do for a living, you know, or how they make money, but like they're getting this easy, free money just for being a nasty asshole.
Wow.
Oh, the MTT. There it is. There, I knew it was some. I've been talking to a lot of people, but yeah, like it's gotten to the point where like you're talking about somebody who used to watch 90 Day, but they don't even watch the show anymore.
Right.
You know, it's insane. And now all these fans of a show all have channels where, you know, how are they going to make money? Like they have to make things up. They have to.
But that's what I always said, though. Like,
Lies, if they're not making things up, then what do they go to? Oh, Brooke. Oh, you know what, guys? Let's remind everybody of Amber's poolside lives again because I got nothing else to go with. Maria, you know what? I'm going to do another live how John faked a suicide a year ago because I got nothing else. And I'm going to do a live because no one understands what I say and I have 4 teeth.
I actually love Anne. Sorry, I love her accent. I love Anne's accent, but I can't understand her. But I love it.
So it is what it is. And, you know, you see how happy I am like last night on our Jersey
Oh
live.
my God,
We couldn't stop laughing.
I've never heard you laugh like that since I've known you.
You know, we had such a great night. We had such a great night doing the 90 Day stuff. And this is the last stuff. And wanted to talk about like a suicide stuff from a year ago, like that I have to relive over and over. Well, the scars don't match, and you know your scars are horizontal and not vertical. And
well,
I'm in your refrigerator right now, and your milk expired. So show me the proof that your milk's not expired.
Well, like, listen, devil's advocate. She did say that she never said that you should have cut deeper. What she said was they weren't deep enough stitches. But I don't know why they're even talking about that. Who talks about someone's cuts?
I did discuss this again. So that's it.
Heather, Amber, you've come a long way.
Thank you.
Amber, is there anything you want to throw in? Because like after this, I'm done. I can't. It's beautiful outside. I live in a great town. And like life is short as it is. Mm-hmm. And I'm 44. I can't dwell on this. I can't.
No. I don't know. I just basically, you know, Brooke keeps, you know, because I said, you know, you won. You won. Ha ha ha.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. You won, Brooke. Are you happy? You won. I'm gone. But what you almost cost me is worth me being gone and letting you win. And it's documented.
And the problem is that Jen Bailey's in jail, so that goes half of all these people's content.
John, why did that woman go to jail? I don't know who she.
Oh, because they drove her crazy, like me, pretty much. Like, you know, Jen was. I feel like I can see myself getting to where Jen felt sometimes because.
But she was obviously troubled, though, John.
Yes, very troubled, and she has all these people from these content creators in her ear. And Amber's not Amber and Jen are not like good. So I want to be delicate in how I broach this, but
no, I'm good.
My thing with Jen is if she didn't listen to everybody on the internet who are all saying lies, like Maria's saying lies, and they're lying to her, and it was driving her crazy. And listen, Jen, I'm not going to excuse Jen's behavior, but I can understand how look at mine and look what these people have done and how I've acted out. So I can understand how she got there. Now, again, stuff that she did was
Crazy.
wrong.
Okay.
She was abusive, but I think that if
Does
she
she
didn't
have
have
like
all these people posing as
problems?
friends and being like, oh, well, I'm your friend, I'm not going to steer you wrong. I think it would have went differently. And I told Jen back into January, she was up on my panel, and I said to Jen, I go, if you promise me that you will never discuss these people again, I'll have you on my panel all the time. And she promised me, and then 20 minutes later, she was right back at it. And then I iced her out, and I stopped talking to her. And it was a hard decision to make because I really cared about her.
Yeah.
And that led to March on my birthday when she called, and it was a cry for help. And now I see that in hindsight, and whatever, it is what it is. But these people online will drive you insane.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like I always say to Wicked, like I know that I said, Wicked, oh no, John's like gonna go nuts tonight. This happened, that happened. And I'm like, oh, I wish he would calm down. I wish he wouldn't say anything. But then you know what I say to her, right, Wicked? I say, but can you imagine if that happened to us?
Exactly.
How do we tell him don't go nuts when I didn't get a bag of shit delivered?
Well, even MTT was saying to me yesterday, she goes, John, I don't know how you go what did you say to me, babe? Like minute to minute or hour to hour with all that stuff that's constantly, being done. And Lord knows MTT is going through a lot herself right now. But
I would
that
never
was another thing,
want
trying to get me and MTT to fight. Like, oh, there's a mole, and it's insane.
Well, I think the Maria woman said the other day, she's like, well, I spoke to MTT today, and MTT even admitted that John lied.
Yeah,
And
well, no, me and Julie and MTT spoke about that
right, but
yesterday
that,
before the
again,
Jersey
but
Live.
that's another attempt, is what I'm trying to say. Another attempt to keep it alive and make problems for you.
And it never ends. And then tomorrow,
Well, there will be a rebuttal live
oh, of course,
scheduled for this.
there'll be, but I can't, it's just too much.
Yeah, I'm
Listen, there's 400 people in this room right now, almost. And that would be wonderful if I had 400 in the chat all the time. If
Yeah.
we were talking about Housewives or 90 Day or, my bowel movements. I don't know, whatever I want to talk about. But, I know that people here are just concerned with this bullshit. I get that.
Yeah.
And listen, they were making fun of us, right? When we were doing the Housewives lives. The Real Housewives of Nova Scotia, Chetty. And on Reddit, oh, John's only got like 78 viewers. I'd rather have 78 viewers watch me and us have fun doing Housewives or whatever stupid stuff that we're going to talk about than rehash this literal years old
Because
stuff.
this is what you love and this is your passion, but you guys have you work all day long. That's the money that's paying your rent and paying your bills every day. You're always working. If I text you, are we going live tonight? Oh, I'm at work, I'll let you know. It's like they don't think that you work, and that's just their opinion, but it's got I don't know, it's just too much. It's every aspect of your life. I can't understand it.
Good night, MTC. And that's why, let's clear the air now, because I don't want to talk about this ever again. I mean, it's been a year of me having to relive me trying to end my life, and me thinking about my mom and my family are it's a lot for me to have to reprocess every second of every day with a bunch of 60-year-olds, 50-year-olds that just I can't do it anymore.
Hey, what's wrong with 50-year-olds? Don't age shame.
Listen, I'm 44. I'm 44. I'm a stone's throw away. I'm not trying to age shame. I'm just saying, you would think my point by saying 50 and 60 is that you would think that these people would know better
Yeah,
by
I,
now.
I was kidding.
That's my point. That you would know better being 50 or 60. Like, you get wiser in years. That's not dumber.
Yep. Yep.
Like Judge Judy says, beauty fades, dumb is forever.
True story.
Right?
I don't know. I just wanted to come up tonight because I just wanted to say how I felt. I don't want any drama with these women. Like I said, I'm sure in real life they are, they have
But now
jobs.
they're
they
attacking
work.
you. Now they're attacking Wicked, MTT,
But
Julie.
Wicked-
All the rest of my mods, if they're counting the super chats.
I
They're
just
counting the
want
super chats.
I just want to say this if they're listening.
They are. They are.
Okay, well, I just want to tell you, I promise you, Wicked and I are not stupid. You hear me go back at John. I question him on everything. That's the way our friendship is. We're not stupid women. We do love this, and that's why we do it. I don't want any problem with anyone. I just would love for you guys to just not fight and stop.
It's not. They will never stop fighting because that's the only thing they know. But they're
Like I heard you say Brooke is a nurse. I love
Yeah.
nurses. Half my clientele are nurses, and I have the utmost respect, especially since COVID. Like just the fact that she's a nurse, I respect her right there.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm thinking now because Brooke would go live for me while she was working at the hospital. Let's just put that out there. And I would hate to be one of Brooke's patients who's on her bad side. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I couldn't
don't know.
imagine.
I don't know about all that. I'm just saying like how I feel, and I'm like again, like I mean, Anne lives in Scotland. You said right. I mean, I love her accent. That's like crazy. That's amazing. I just don't see what they're getting out of this, and I just don't see if it continues, what could come out of it good for anyone.
Well, we remember like when we spoke like was it last week or something like Brooklyn, and you were like, oh, they were saying, oh, Brooklyn's so nice. Just they were like baiting you because they were trying to get you to switch over. And
not so nice. They noticed that I question you a lot, but they wanted me to ask you more. But I ask you what I want to ask you. I don't ask you what I think people want to hear. I ask you about what I want to know.
So, I mean, like, I don't know what else to say. Amber, you got anything else? I want to, and this is going to be like it. So whether like they say I have an attorney in Miami, Timbuktu, Hong Kong, I'm going to be, yep, I sure do. They're everywhere.
Hey, I have a question about that. One last thing. If you did retain that attorney, why wouldn't you just say, yep, that's mine?
I would have.
Like that was a little strange for me because I'm like, wait, like if he did retain an attorney and spend the money, he would want them to know
because if I did retain an attorney and they appeared for me in court, that would have been the proof right there, right? Right. Think about that. Think about that for a second.
I did think about that, which is why I'm bringing it up. I was confused, literally, honestly confused, because I'm like, wait, like this story doesn't make sense because that's not your attorney. I know that, but if that was your attorney, yeah, I'd be like, yeah, damn right. I just paid him and he is my attorney and you better watch. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But like, I'd be a big old liar, right? Right. If, I'm saying this Michael Goldman or whoever the hell his name is, if I said he's not my attorney, like I'm saying now, because he's not, and then I go to court and I don't even know what court case this would be involved in, but if I had him appear as me and be my counsel, it would show it.
And then I thought to myself, because she had said that she called the office and she said, can I speak to the person that's representing John Yates? And some secretary at it, because she even said herself, it's very hard to get anybody on the phone at this place. So some secretary said, oh yeah, that would be Mike. Like maybe, how do you know the secretary even knew the name you were saying? Like, oh yeah, that's so-and-so. You know what I mean?
And, John.
And there's also client privilege, privacy.
Also that, Amber. And
they can't, a law firm can't tell you who they're, that just didn't make sense to me.
There's a lot of Johns in the world. John's like a pretty common name. And Yates is a pretty common name too. So I'm sure maybe there is a John Yates who is
possible, right?
But how I would say, if I was like, maybe there was a John Yates in Miami. I'm sure there's a John Yates. Maybe there's a few of them in Miami, right? But they could have said that, but the lie is that this attorney reached out to them on behalf of me. Like, that's where, be a better liar. Like, that's all. Like,
Well,
like,
maybe the other person, maybe the other two women lied, and maybe Maria really believes that they're telling the truth. You don't
so
know.
Maria's believing someone who she has restraining orders against.
Yeah, I know that part. I know what you're saying, but I'm just saying maybe she really does genuinely believe it. You don't know.
Well, according to Maria, she talked to the receptionist herself. So there it is. And they wouldn't divulge it. Attorney-client privilege. I worked as a paralegal and a court reporter for 15 years. So no way in hell it ever happened. Anybody who works in a law office knows it never happened. Any attorney, paralegal, judge would know that would never happen.
Also, you got to school me on something because I don't live in the world of knowing about restraining orders. I know nothing about this stuff. I've never done like anything like that. Why would you get a restraining order on someone who lives in another state? I thought a restraining order meant that you had to stay away from somebody because you could harm them.
Right. I have no idea.
So how would someone in Florida, if you live in New York, how would someone get a restraining? I really don't know.
Amber, any thoughts on that?
Yes, because I did it to a guy in Minnesota, and it's called an injunction for harassment online. And
but that's different from an RO.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, there's just a different, it just depends on each state. Each state, like Colorado sucks. Colorado doesn't do anything.
Jersey sucks too. You can't get restraining orders here.
She said that she went to do one last time on John, and John begged her not to get a restraining order against him, but now she doesn't care. She's doing it, but I don't know what that means.
Well, there still has to be. There's going to be a 30-day whatever for him to respond, and
if this woman was scared of her life, why would she still be talking about me every second of the day?
That's what I say.
She has to know that you would never harm someone.
No, she like, I am 1,300 miles away from where she lives. Like, I'm not going to Florida. First off, B, she does this because she plays a game online, and trust me, when we're in court, it all, like, with my attorney, right? This is all going to be looked at. She harasses people online daily. Look at her channel. Look at her community tab. Look at Twitter. There are 10 years of tweets, comments, messages of how Maria harasses people online. And then because when people fight back against her ridiculousness, then she decides, I'm getting a restraining order against you, so you can't talk anymore. And that's it.
So it's a way to silence you.
Yeah, this is exactly what that is.
So then you have to just go and get one on her, so you both can't talk.
No. What's going to happen is that with my attorney, I will get a restraining order against her, and hers against mine will be denied. And like I said the other night, with her arsenal of guns, like Margaret has an arsenal of weapons, Maria literally has an arsenal of weapons.
Okay, well, I have to say something. I'm sorry to all of you, but I think that this is so sad and a waste of resources. There's so many problems going on in this country. The police are overwhelmed.
The courts are overwhelmed, especially in Miami.
Overwhelmed. The stuff that we're talking, I feel like dumbed down for having this conversation right now. The fact that we're talking about this right now, when there's so many kids getting taken to put into sex, I mean, this is crazy.
And this is Maria, because she wants to be on YouTube and run everyone's life and control everybody. Even Steven, my stepbrother, he told me, like, that night that me and him, when I went up on his channel, we made good, and like, she yelled at him because he didn't ask her permission for me to come up.
Oh, wow.
Okay. This is what we're dealing with here.
Yeah,
I will say,
waste the resources big time, unless someone is literally
why is she the godmother?
Well, I will say this, like, an RO from another state will not protect you from making comments about that person. It will just prevent you from making contact with them via YouTube, like direct contact. Like, you cannot go up on her panel. You cannot
So
like
is that why her and Amanda still talk about each other morning?
exactly,
So
because
what's
you
the
can't,
point then? So
there's not.
you're wasting
see why?
taxpayers' money.
Do you
You're
see
putting
why
a stress on the courts.
There's not a point in it
But do you
unless it
that
is a direct
not
order for injunction for harassment, online harassment.
right? So this is why I question everything and everyone, because for 3 weeks now, the getting an RO, going
Not 3
back
weeks.
and
She's
forth.
been saying this since December, Brooklyn.
But I'm just saying, like RO, and all the people in your chat and her chat probably don't know, as like me, what that even means. And really, at the end of the day, it doesn't mean much. It's just a waste of everybody's time and resources. Unless, of course, God forbid, someone was literally going to hurt you or abuse you. Of course, then you get it.
Yep. So no, I don't know why they think, that this RO is going to protect them from being spoken about. That's direct contact
I mean,
only.
you hear Maria and Amanda talk about each other every day. So what was the point of getting the RO? Because you needed content, like Settle Down says, because you needed content. Oh, I went to court and I got an RO on this person, so you're a winner now. But both of you still talk about each other and to each other every day.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and you're, I just wrap your head around that, everybody. Like,
Oh, thank you, Ro.
thank you, Ro.
I was
Wrap
gonna say thank you for saying that. You make me feel good because everybody says I talk too much, which I do. But I can't send super chats, as you guys know, when I'm on live. So thank you. I was gonna send one before saying peace, money for peace, but I can't do it. So someone do it for me, please.
And if Maria wants to sit in the Miami Cross for 10 hours to wait to get an RO again, I mean, I have not been served. But it's bullshit. I mean, you are the one, and I'm telling you, it will backfire hard on you. Like, because I will have an attorney, and I will make sure. Maria was saying to Julie yesterday when me and Julie were talking that, like, this is going to become a case about my suicide attempt, that this is all we discussed in a restraining order case. What?
It's irrelevant. It has nothing to do
You
with
think the
that.
judge is going to listen to that? I don't know what basis she has at all, but it'll come to light, and I can't wait for it. I can't
You
wait.
don't even need an attorney for an RO case.
Oh no. I
Amber,
am not going to
you
let
know
this
a lot
woman get
about
away.
this stuff.
Oh yeah, I've got two of them.
No, because I do need an attorney to file for, because I can't. I'm not going to drive to Florida, the Florida border, to file a restraining order against her. Not, but I can have an attorney file a restraining
Do it
order
on your
for me there,
behalf. Yeah.
Amber's
and that's how
sitting
that's going to
back
work.
thinking, "Oh God, my life is so good now. Thank
It
God."
really is. I'm sitting here crocheting, just
I,
like, yeah,
I I I get that vibe from you right now. Like, oh man, this is the best thing I ever did.
it really is. Because this will
Unfortunately,
probably be the last time that I take panel.
no,
I'm
yeah.
done.
Unfortunately, I don't know the story. I don't want to know, but I'm sure it was awful, like you said. But at the same
Yeah.
time, it was a gift to you in a way because this is just insane.
Yeah, it is.
If
Yeah.
I went to go see my friend in North Carolina who was about to die, that's not a national scandal. That's me being a good friend to someone who
Well,
I
I think
love.
they said you were hiding out in a hotel room because you didn't want to come home. I don't know, John. I don't know. It was my
Well,
first
that
time
was
ever
proven
listening to her
tonight that he
lives.
was, in fact, bedside at a hospital December
Of
10th
course,
when
I saw
I
the
was
pictures.
sent the pictures and when the FOIA call was made. Like, what else do y'all need?
And there you go. And there it
Oh,
all.
that's the bag of shit I got today. Sorry, hold on. That's the bag of shit that I got in the mail.
Yeah, by the way, the fact that you could send someone a bag of shit legally is like insanity to me. That's
No,
the
it's not. He can't. No, they can't send it legally if they send it, but they can send it legally if it's through a company. So yes, you can track that UPS
Oh,
postage.
thank you, Becky and Susie. They sent money
Thank you,
for
Becky.
peace. Oh, guys, I love you.
And thank you, Susie. Sorry, I'm not playing the instruments tonight because it's not that kind of live. But thank you, I appreciate it. I can't do this anymore.
Yeah,
Every day it's something else, and like if these people truly wanted to stop, Maria would not be contacting everyone, me, my family, and everyone in my circle on a daily basis. That is harassment in its purest form.
And I even thought, like, this is the first live I've ever listened to of hers, because I genuinely wanted to see her point of view or hear her point of view, you know? And that's just my character. I want to know what's up, you know? And she said in that live, like, I won't stop until he says, basically, she wants you to say what she wants you to say.
Exactly. Admit to something that you possibly didn't do,
Yeah,
or
like whether you did it or not, she wants it known that she's got whatever proof she has. And you know what, Maria, listen, if you're listening, like, I get that you feel a certain way. Like, I do. Like, this is your conviction in this situation. But at the end of the day, you know, again, these women made that choice, unfortunately.
And they knew I was in North Carolina because they all found the hotel room I was at. They called every hotel room in Charlotte, North Carolina until they found me. I mean, like, remember, like, when I was live and they were calling my room? I'm like, no fucking way.
I remember.
Like, do you remember that?
Yep, I do.
Insane. Insane. And I'm sure Maria was behind that too. I mean, like, to have the time. I mean, Charlotte is North Carolina's biggest city, home to, like, I think less than 1 million people, and home to 1 million hotels. To find, I mean, how many whole places did you call that
needle
night?
in a haystack.
You know, dealing with that. Because I just want to be there for my friend. And I was dealing with that. My stepmother passed away the next day, and then people calling my hotel room, and someone ran into my fucking car. Like, it's insane. It's insane. And but I'm the crazy one, right? I'm the liar. I'm the scammer. I'm this. I'm that.
When Wicked and I and Teddy started doing lives with you like 5 months ago, literally you had gone 4 months without saying a word. So I thought, oh, that's great, you know, because 4 months is a very long time. And I don't think this is going to resurface now.
And that's my fault.
But I think maybe I'm naive to this YouTube.
No, it was my fault because I was pissed about Jen calling me at my birthday and saying that me and Cody had Clint here, and that we are R-wording him.
Oh boy.
And then she called the police on me to say that we kidnapped and R'd him. And that was on my birthday, and like, that really pissed me the fuck off. And I fell off the when I acknowledged Jen. I did. And that's on me. But, you know, and I can't promise you. All I can say is that I'm a human being, and a lot of shit happens to me. And let's hope that we can go another 4 months or maybe 8. Or maybe,
I pray for that for everybody. I really do.
And I don't want to tell everybody that I won't be live when something heinous comes up, like when I have to defend myself again. But as far as the suicide attempt from a year ago, and, you know, the cat, you know, and the funny thing is, like, the Kathy stuff, like, all of YouTube was saying, I saw hundreds of thousands of dollars from this woman. And guess what? I had to get my bank accounts subpoenaed. I had to go through hell and fucking high water to prove my innocence, which I did. And that's all done with now.
Well, hold on. One last comment, because we are clearing the air, and you said this is not coming up again. So I want to ask you this question. On that live I watched yesterday, I think somebody said to her, but he said it's over as far as that. And he said that he's been vindicated. And she said, I don't know why he's saying that, because I spoke to the detective and that's not the case. No one's been vindicated.
I spoke to the detective because I'm a part of the case, and that's what the detective told me. And why is Maria speaking to this detective?
Well, hold on.
She's got nothing to do with it.
I don't know why. I think she said she was a witness.
She is a witness because at the last month,
she didn't bring it up in her live. Somebody in her chat did.
She's a witness because the last month this poor woman was alive. I spent 7 years of just amazing, stellar friendship with this lady, and the last month she was alive, they all saw the money, and they all decided to turn her against me. And I have this. You want to talk about moles? And that's also the thing. Like, why is the detective telling some weird woman from the internet important stuff about a case.
Well,
Does that make
maybe
sense
her
to
name
anybody?
is involved. Maybe
No, her
she's
name's not on
a
it.
witness.
Nope. Trust me. I was interviewed. I trust me. It's got nothing to do with her at all.
Well, I did think to myself, I'm gonna ask John this question because I do want to understand, like, you know, me if you misunderstood that you're vindicated, or if she misunderstood that you're not, you know. Because I read what you sent me, and it sounded like you were.
I am.
So I don't get that.
You know, because they all try, because they just want to make a story up about me, or a lot, like, you know, now we're back on the suicide attempt. Now then it was Kathy. Then now it's this. You know what? Go back to the GoFundMe I had back in 2018, 5 years ago. Go back to that. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But you know, I don't know anymore, man. I just I can't defend myself any fucking more. Like, I was a good friend. I went to see a friend who was dying.
Here's the
I
thing.
didn't ask anybody for help.
The
Like,
good
you know,
news about
I
having to
did split
defend
my
yourself.
wrists. And you know, I did a number on myself, but that doesn't matter because, you know, my milk expired 3 days ago, so I'm a liar. And it is what it
But
is.
the good news about defending yourself is on your channel, you don't have to, because none of your followers need you or want you to. They literally love you, and whether you defend yourself or not, they don't care. They have
And
your
at
back.
this point, you're gonna believe what you're gonna want to believe. So me
Well,
defending
the people
myself
in this
for the,
room right now believe you.
but like, you know, this is a year old now with the suicide. So at this point, 1 year later, you're gonna believe what you're gonna want to believe, whether it's from my mouth or someone else's that has nothing to do with me. All these experts in me, they don't know when I had the knife in my hand. They don't know what I was feeling. They don't know why I did it. I do. Okay, so they can talk about this till they are blue in the face. I hope on their epitaphs, on their gravestones, Maria's will be John Yates, fake suicide. Here lies Maria. John Yates, fake suicide, and that'll be it. Because, like you said, she's never going to stop. So I could see that being the epitaph. And to Maria, if you don't know what epitaph means, it's like the writing on your gravestone. I'm going to dumb it down for you.
Honestly, I didn't know what it meant.
I didn't either.
He
Thanks a
uses these
lot.
big words sometimes.
Well, you know, I do have 4 degrees. Thank God they
you
came in
do.
handy
You're
for
right.
something. If I'm not verbose, you know, and thank God I have 4 degrees because, you know, my writing, and I don't think I would have gotten where I got. And, you know, and MTC said this, and I want to say this too. I know she's sleeping, and she made a good point yesterday. We were on the phone for like 2 hours, and she was like, John, you were catapulted into this. I don't know when I was. I was just, you know, some Twitter person who used to live tweet shows. And, you know, because of Larissa's arrests, and Larissa was giving me all the information, the pictures, the this, the that, the other, like I had gained like 50,000 followers overnight. And I was like, the 90-day fiance blogger, John Yates. I'm like, you know, there's no handbook for that. Like, you don't, have I acted poorly? Yeah, but like, you know, when you're like, when one day you're like a nobody and the next day you're a somebody, not that I'm a somebody, but like back then maybe I was, and you have all these people just messaging you and coming for you and talking to you, and it's a lot to handle, honestly. Like it is, like, you know, there's no blogging for dummies 101. You know, I went from being like someone who nobody ever talked about to like being like mentioned in every newspaper or magazine, like from like here to England to Australia to even India. And
You're 100% right, because I have to tell you, I've thought about it before. If this was me, like, I hate to say this because I know I'm going to sound bad, but if I was going through this, my answer would be like to sue. Like, I'm not saying for you to do that, but that's all I would know. I don't know this world. I'd be like, all right, well, this one said this and it's not stopping. So I have money, I'll sue him. You know, like who knows how to deal with these things?
That's
I
why
don't.
everybody calls me the Sue Happy Queen, because
Right,
that's
but what
what.
I'm saying, Amber, is I don't know how. You know, this is all new to me. So for me, if
Did
this
you
was
sue anybody, Amber?
Well, I mean, I took 2 people to court and got RO and a C&D, like,
That's not suing.
oh no, Amber, I'm talking about suing.
Oh, no. Yeah, I mean, but, and then
I mean,
also,
I have a lawyer. I have a lawyer
yeah,
always, and I have a business, and I would just sue. You know what I mean?
yeah. It still
I
takes
have no problem
retainers,
doing that.
though.
Brooklyn, just come clean and say, like, that the lawyer is you, and
Oh,
you
okay,
have
here we
all
go.
this money, and you're my attorney. Let's
Oh,
just call
God.
it spade. But yeah, like Settle Down says, it's all content. That's it. Doesn't matter what it is, or if it's true or not. It will never end. Defending yourself only gives them more content, and like it's true. And Settle Down's been with me for as long as I've been around.
Wow.
And it's true. And I feel stupid even doing it now because but they make up such egregious lies that you kind of like, when I faked cancer, right? Like, oh my God, remember that? Just to like lie. It is what it is. I'm done. I really am.
I'm over it.
Yeah, I guess with this world just comes a lot of drama. But I watch a lot of channels that have no drama, like on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it just depends on who you get like entangled with. I think
Yeah.
At least I know that I came here with like, if you look at my highlight reel on Instagram, I've been in thousands of articles.
You really have. I mean, no
If you
one
look at like
can take that away from you. No one.
I've done like hundreds of interviews with cast members from TV shows. I'm not saying I'm like, Ryan, what's the guy from
Seacrest.
Thank you. I'm not saying I'm Ryan Seacrest by any means. Like I've talked to like Bravo and Housewives and TLC people, and never
But
had Brad Pitt on my channel. That's for shit sure.
I will tell you guys, he was texting yesterday with like one of the biggest housewives in the country. So that's
but I'm blacklisted, right?
That is something.
And like I said, I hope that let me backtrack on that one. I can't promise you that I'm not going to go live again and say stuff about people. I'm not. I can't because I would be lying to you if I did.
Yeah.
I've said it a million times, and we know that I get to my breaking point. But what I want, I went 4 months without acknowledging it, and hopefully we can fall back on that again, and then we could have Maria W back up,
right,
and continue where we were. And I hate that it's my fault because I blame myself. I was the one that went off on Jen Bailey that night, and I fell off the wagon. So it is what it is. And yeah, she knows me better than anybody. I will. We all know I will. Hopefully, we can go longer this time. But it's hard when, I think Amber, Brooke played the FOIA request, right?
Yeah.
And so she just doxed your address and mine?
Yeah.
Okay.
Several times. And my date of birth.
Not nice though, guys. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, I'm not used to this. That's not nice.
Yeah. So.
I mean, you have kids. I don't know.
No, she has kids. She sure does.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
And YouTube's like, that's fine. Sure. Here's some money, Brooke. Here you go.
Is there anything that you guys are allowed to do, like as far as a complaint, when somebody lets out your? I don't know the rules, the laws. I don't know any of it.
I'm not even bothering because I don't even care.
They're not going to stop.
Yeah, I don't care. But I mean, like, she just doxed Amber's address and whatever. But I know your stuff has been put out there before, Amber, so it's not like new,
No.
But Amber also, how long has it been? A year since you moved?
Yeah, well, over a year.
Okay, I didn't know. I don't remember when you moved from Texas.
Yeah.
But they just play it like lickety skippity, and
Yeah.
it is what it is. And
And I mean, there is identifying information that anybody can take. You have my first, my last name, my date of birth given to the police officer, and my home address. That's enough to cause a lot of problems in my personal life.
next time, Amber, say your social security number on
I
on.
might as well. Let's type 2.
Let's open up some credit cards in your name, girl.
Good
Become a
luck.
grifter.
Good luck.
I'm a criminal. I'm a grifter. I'm always down for a good scam. So there we are.
We'll say, John, you're not doing so well financially for someone who should
Right?
have.
I'm like the world's worst grifter. So, like, goddamn.
When you get that cash, you don't know how to manage it, bro.
It just burns a hole in my
I mean,
pocket.
300,000. That's pretty. I mean, you spent that pretty
You
quick.
didn't
I
do
gotta be honest.
anything like of substance.
Listen, just like I said, like there's like no blogging 101 for dummies. There's no grifting 101 for dummies. So like I'm just like, flying up the seat of my pants. Just whatever seems right at the time. God, I don't even have any jewelry. I have no diamonds from all this money that I got. My car is still dented from when they hit me in North Carolina because they found out where my hotel was. It's fine. I'm just spending it all on boxed wine, clearly, and that's it.
You gotta up it, John.
John's
You
and
gotta
drunk.
go to-
Oh
you
my
gotta
god,
go
I'm a
to some
44-year-old man
Duckhorn.
who likes to have some boxed wine. Like, oh my god, I'm the worst.
Okay, but
Meanwhile,
you have to
brown
promise
liquor,
me.
brown liquor, fucking Brooke. Never mind. It doesn't matter.
No, John, you have to promise me that when all of this is fine and done and over with, if it ever is, that you will invest in a good bottle of Duckhorn. Okay?
Duckhorn. Who?
Yeah, Duckhorn.
What's
And then
Duckhorn?
you'll thank me in a couple of days.
Is that wine?
Yes.
Okay, so funny thing, even like when we go to a restaurant, like I drink wine at the house. I don't. If I go out to a bar or a restaurant, I drink my vodka tonic. That's my drink. So but we went out to, this was a couple years back, and we went to a restaurant, Italian restaurant, and like I got a glass of like, it was like in like a $30 glass of wine, white wine, and I drank it. I was like, I was like, what is this swill? Because
Used to that good box stuff.
listen, I'm used to my Franzia, and that's that. So, guys, again, to reiterate, if you want to be dark souled and listen to these people, which Maria said she's never going to stop talking about it. So, if you want to talk about mental suicide for the rest of your days, and the 100 people listening to her want to listen to the same story over and over again, if people want to listen to Brooke replay Amber's poolside lives every day, good, do it. I'm out.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't care less anymore.
Me neither.
I mean, I just got a bag of shit mailed to my house. Do you see me crying about it? Do you?
Well,
I know whoever sent it was hoping I would. I'm gonna make a shit. Oh my god! Like, here we are.
Yep.
Like,
Actually, now they're disappointed because whatever they spent on it, they didn't get their money's worth.
No.
you get pretty numb to it after a while.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, granted, there are things like, when they said my father died, I lost my shit, because anybody saying that your parent died when you didn't know, even my own sister didn't know. She was worried. So yeah, there'll be times, and I'm sure if something as heinous as that happens again, I'll probably go live and talk about it. That's why I said I can't promise you that
And don't forget, like, these people in the chat, they're all your friends. So it's like something big happening or something bad happening, and what do? You call your friends and you vent. That's what he does when these things happen.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm gonna go to bed.
It's it. We're 30 seconds into 2 hours. We're gonna end this now.
Yeah.
Addie, hi, Addie. Hi and bye, because I'm gonna end this, but I wanted to say hi to you. But yeah, I'm gonna end this now. 2 hours. We were Instacarting like all day and all,
Right.
all night. And I haven't had like any food yet. So
Mm.
we're going to eat some food.
Yeah.
I have to wake up early tomorrow. Lots of grifting to do.
Well,
And
Amber, it was a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you,
Thank you
too.
for letting me be honest.
Yeah.
And John, thank you for always answering my 1,000 questions.
always, I will answer any question as long as you come to me in a respectful way.
And that's what
Like
I
the
do.
like the assholes in the chat that came in here before, like like if I will answer a question if you bring it to me like respectfully.
Right.
But don't come in here saying like you lie, no. Then
In an
then no, I
accusatory
don't expect
manner.
That's right.
And then don't forget, guys, that Orange County is starting, I think, a week from today.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be doing that, Teddy, right, Addie? I already told Addie you better start watching. And then I'm still on the fence if I want to watch 90 Day anymore. I don't know.
Boo.
I'm going back to my Dr. Phil on YouTube.
I can't. I can't
I
stomach.
watch it every day. And you know what I'm into the most? The scamming, which is so sad.
On who? Dr. Phil?
Dr. Phil does a lot of shows about older people getting love scammed.
Oh, yeah, I do too.
And you want to talk
Was
about
I on it?
Not yet, but you
Oh,
might.
okay.
You want to talk about scamming? This old woman was 2 days. 2 days. Dr. Phil got her 2 days before she was closing on her house. It's all she had left, and she was going to send him the $500,000 she was making on her house that she spent 40 years paying off. Yep.
Oh,
What a rookie!
Jeez, Louise.
Crazy.
Oh my god! All right, guys, y'all, it's late. It's 12:30. Thank you, Amber. Thank you, Brooklyn.
You're welcome.
And thank you, Wicked, for being up here earlier. And thank you guys for the chat, the super chats.
Yeah.
And I don't know what's it's Thursday. I don't know when we'll be live again. Because we have nothing to cover really. I don't know. I'll see you here or there or sometime in between.
We will just
Good night,
have
everybody.
bullshit on Sunday. Who knows?
We'll see. Good night. Love you.
Good
Good night.